Your room is not hunting you. It has no teeth. It is not waiting behind the laundry basket. But sometimes you walk in, see the chair covered in clothes, the floor half blocked, the desk buried under objects, and your body reacts before your mind has a sentence for it. Something is wrong in here. That feeling is easy to dismiss as laziness, or stress, or the adult shame of owning too many chargers. But your brain may be doing something older. It may be trying to read the room as a survival space, and failing. To understand why, imagine a person walking into a camp at dusk. Not a modern bedroom, no door lock, no light switch, no phone on the table. Just ground, fire, tools, shelter, people, and darkness. The first question is not, is this place tidy? The first question is, can I understand this place fast enough to stay alive? Where is the fire? Where is the exit? Where are the tools? Where can something hide? Where is the safe path for my feet? That is the ancient job of a room. Before rooms were decorated, they were read. A clear space gives the brain a map. A blocked space gives it homework. Now come back to the modern room. The danger is not the hoodie on the chair. The danger is that nothing resolves quickly. The chair is not a chair. It is a pile. The floor is not a floor. It is an obstacle field. The desk is not a work surface. It is a museum of unfinished decisions. Keep, move, wash, pay, reply, fix, return, remember. Each object is tiny. Together they become a crowd. And the strange thing about a crowd is that even when it is silent, your brain keeps checking it. Vision does not work like a camera calmly recording the world. It is more like a nervous editor. It chooses what matters, what can be ignored, and what needs another look. That is why visual clutter matters. Researchers at Yale reported in 2024 that clutter in the visual field can change how efficiently information flows through the brain's visual processing system. The clutter did not simply add more stuff to the picture. It changed how well the message moved. That is a useful clue, because a messy room is not just more objects, it is more unfinished signals. Something in the corner might be useful. Something on the floor might block movement. Something under the pile might be missing. Something on the desk might become a problem later. Your conscious mind calls it clutter. The older system calls it not fully checked. This is where the modern world gets weird. For most of human life, people owned very little compared with us. Not because they were more virtuous, because everything had a cost. You carried it. You repaired it. You traded for it. You remembered where it was. An object was not just a thing. It was weight, work, and attention. In an ancient camp, too much disorder could mean a lost tool, a blocked path, a hidden insect, a ruined food store, a missed sound, a child stepping near the fire. So the brain learned to care about readable surroundings. Not perfect surroundings. Readable ones. Modern homes broke that bargain. UCLA's Center on Everyday Lives of Families documented the inside of 32 Los Angeles homes with tens of thousands of photos, hours of video tours, and long records of family life. The researchers found homes filled with dense layers of possessions: toys, papers, electronics, reminders, furniture, food, keepsakes, and things waiting for later. One detail is almost funny until you feel it. The refrigerator became a command center. Photos, coupons, school papers, phone numbers, magnets, invitations, a family history, a calendar, a memory system, a little wall of obligations. Some fridges held dozens of visible objects. That is not just mess. That is modern life made visible. And the body seems to notice. In a study by Darby Saxby and Rena Rapetti, researchers analyzed how people talked about their homes during self-guided tours. Words connected with clutter, mess, and unfinished home spaces were grouped into what they called a stressful home pattern. The result was cautious but important. For women in the study, more stressful home language was linked with flatter daily cortisol patterns and worse mood over the day. That does not prove every pile of laundry raises stress hormones. It does not mean clutter affects everyone the same way. But it does suggest something ancient human signal cares about. Home is not just background. Your body may treat it as an active environment. And if the environment keeps saying, unfinished, 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 the body may keep answering. This is why some mess feels different from other mess. A workshop with tools spread out can feel alive. A kitchen during cooking can feel useful. A child's blanket fort can feel chaotic but safe. The brain is not offended by objects. It is offended by unclear signals. The pile that has no role, the path that is half blocked, the table that cannot be used, the object you keep seeing because you still have not decided what it means. That is the trap. Clutter steals attention not by screaming but by whispering. Every time you pass it, it asks a tiny question. Do something with me. Not now, you say. So it asks again, and again, until the room stops feeling like shelter and starts feeling like a list. This may also explain why cleaning sometimes gives relief faster than it should. You did not solve your whole life. You cleared one surface, you opened one path, you put one tool where the hand expects it, and the old scanner finally gets a clean answer. I know what this is. That relief can feel almost suspicious, because on paper nothing big happened. No raise, no apology, no new identity, no perfect routine, just fewer signals. But fewer signals can be a biological event. The room becomes readable again. The path is open. The exit is obvious. The tool has a place. The unfinished thing is either handled or hidden from the scanner until you can handle it. This is not a moral lesson about being tidy. Some people think best inside what looks like a mess. Some homes are crowded because life is crowded. Children, work, money, illness, grief, small spaces, too little time. The brain is not judging you. It is trying to predict what the room will demand next. And when the demands are visible everywhere, the room can stop feeling like rest. It becomes a landscape of small, unfinished futures. That is the ancient human signal. Your brain is not afraid of the mess because it is weak. It is responding to an old question. Can I read this place quickly enough to relax? In the wild, unreadable space could hide danger. In the modern home, unreadable space usually hides chores. The threat changed. The scanner stayed. So if a messy room feels strangely heavy, the answer may not be that you are broken. It may be that your ancient brain walked into a modern room and found too many things still asking for your attention. Not danger exactly. Just no clear signal that the danger is over. And sometimes calm begins with one very old message. I can see the ground. I know where the tools are. I can stop scanning now.